Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
This what I tell 'em. I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. How to code, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles. Compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles. Go take care of your business. Success Chronicles. It's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with a topic session with my guy, Mr. Will Compton, Coach Comp. Man, great man. Blessed and fortunate to have this guy in my life. And, we always talk life and success. And, we're truly passionate about, the same things, our faith, our family, making a positive difference in the life of others. And it's always good to, have people like that in your life because, those kind of people make you better. And so, man, for that, I'm truly grateful. But today we're going to hit on a topic, and the topic is being a self-starter. So what you got on that?
Hey, man, just it's fun to be back on here talking with you again. We haven't done one of these in a couple of years. For those that don't know, me and Chip, we've known each other for about 8 years now. And, when he was at Conroe and I was at Oak Ridge the first time, and then he was at Hearn and I was at Rudder, and bouncing ideas off each other. And, like you said, I'm just truly blessed to have him in my life. Miss seeing him every day and joking with him and catching him on Snapchat and sneaking up on him and stuff like that, but God's got different paths for us right now, and he's doing his thing, and I'm glad to be here. One of the things we've talked about, this came up a lot in conversations with me with coaches and talking with guys, is that during this absence time, it is truly separating the self-motivated, self-starter student athletes and people, for that matter, from the people who need that constant motivation from the outside source. And it's something that I've been thinking about a lot. I have two boys. Tristan's just turned 15 and Levi's 11. And, that's something that we really try to instill in them, is that self-motivation. And so, Tristan wanted to earn a little money. And I always think about him when I talk about being self-motivated. And so from, I guess, about March 16th, kind of when we got out for spring break to right now, he's probably made about $2,500 mowing grass.
Wow.
And, that's not me, telling him to go mow grass. He said, Dad, I want to make some money. I said, okay, well, here, I'm going to set up we have a little Facebook group inside of our subdivision. Put it on there. Hey, I got a son who's willing to come over and mow your grass, whatever you want to pay him. I don't care. I was like, it's about him learning how to go out and work as compared to how much money he's going to make per yard or turning down yards. So some yards he makes 20, some yards he makes 60. Because in that, some people's finances are different. The yards are different, yards are different size, finances are different, But everybody got to get the yard cut if they ain't got a lawnmower, And so he's done a great job with that as far as being self-motivated and going out and mowing about 10 yards a week, pushing his lawnmower to and from most of the time. Occasionally when it's really hot, he'll text me and I'll go pick him up. But for the most part, it's about, that self-motivation, the ability to do things when nobody's, I don't want to say barking at you, because, as coaches and mentors, we're not really barking at you. We're trying to motivate you.
Yep.
And with that, it's the same in the classroom. This digital learning period that we're going through is different than anything that we've ever been a part of, as far as, in the education business. And so what I've seen with both of our kids is that having that schedule, their normal schedule time of when they wake up and those type of things, is that, we wake up at 7. That's our normal routine. We wake up at 7, 8 o'clock, we go do a workout. 9 o'clock, they start their homework. And when I say they start their homework, it's not me standing over their shoulder and doing those type of things. From that, you got to be self-motivated. You got to go, you got to be able to log on the computer yourself. You got to go through and see what you got to get done by yourself. And, not everybody's like that, and I think we see it, right now it's being shown through the Last Dance with Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And talking about self-motivation, it wasn't Pippen and them there to motivate him.
Yep.
He wanted to be the best, and so therefore, he's going to do everything that he possibly could to be the best. And just I don't know, what are your opinions on that, man? How do you think people develop that, or is it instilled, or is it something you just have?
I think too, when we hit on, us talking about being a self-starter, it made me reflect, okay, so to me, what is a self-starter? And you kind of hit on some of that too. But for me, I think a self-starter is one that doesn't have to be told exactly what to do, just like you said. I think they have an awareness and strive to be the glue that makes things work and holds things all together. And just like you said, I mean, MJ is the ultimate example of that. Yeah. I think you're an example for me, just because I've worked with you, I think you're an example of that. I think, in order to be able to do those kind of things, you have to have some type of sense of awareness to understand, I think, first of all, that at the end of the day, it ain't about you, right? And I think when you can, have that awareness to understand that everything that's going on is for a bigger picture, is to promote us and get us to a place where we all want to get, and not just me. So how do I fit within that, that scheme of things to make sure that we're continuing to grow in that path? And so, man, I think there's 3 points that I like. And I think the first thing for me, I think it starts with the mindset. And, with me, you probably heard this a couple of times before. I think you got to have a go-get-it mindset.
Yep. Absolutely.
I think you have to, no success is going to come to you, just like you said. Like, bro, ain't no way you're going to make $2,500 just sitting on the couch.
I mean, that's spot on, and when he started mowing, we didn't think he was going to make, that type of much money.
Yeah.
But the thing is when, and it's a credit to him. It really is. He's a knucklehead. He's my knucklehead, as I like to say it. But, it's one of those things where, being self-motivated or being motivated for money is just part of it.
Right.
Now you have to, and that's being motivated for, I want to be successful. That's great. We heard it, Eric Thomas back in the day, just because you stepped out in the water don't make you successful.
Yeah.
Just because you want to be successful doesn't make you there. And I think you hit on it really well right there. So having an awareness and having a priority, having an understanding of what it's going to take for you to achieve your success.
Yeah.
I think that, whether it's mowing grass, if you don't do a good job, you're not going to get called back.
Right.
And same in our profession as coaches. If you're constantly having to be told to, hey, take the footballs out or change the laundry when it's around, put the laundry out, those type of things, that wears on people after a while. And so I think, having an awareness like, hey, there's jobs around here that need to be done. There's stuff around here that needs to be done.
Yeah.
What can I do to, do that? And I think that's the unselfish part that you're talking about. Hey, let me look around, see what needs to be done. Oh, hey, there's a bag over there. Let me go get that bag on my way in instead of necessarily just, hey, what's happening, man? Grab that bag.
Yeah.
I think all those type of things are huge. Or even setting up the practice field. Go out there and everybody looking around for I remember Coach Rush, boy. I love Coach Rush, and so I just gotta, he helped one of our coaches become self-motivated because we went out there and he said, "Where the pennies at?" We were getting ready to do 7-on-7. It was spring before we went out. He said, "Where the pennies at?" "Oh, well, Coach, I thought so-and-so got them." He said, "Where are the pennies at?" And so from then on, man, that coach was self-motivated to go ahead and get the pennies and make sure that they were on the field.
Yeah. And really, you gave that analogy, but really, growing up, that made me think about, my mother, and the discipline she instilled in us in our house, and having those expectations. I think a lot of that comes from your environment of being blessed and be fortunate to be around great people that have had some awareness and have achieved some things, but then they show you and teach you those things as well.
Absolutely.
And so I think that's another key component of that. I think you gain the awareness by being around aware people.
Absolutely. You know, I think that goes, it's going to go hand in hand with, you know, what we always talk about is that you're going to become who your company is.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, who you surround yourself with. If you surround yourself with people who are go-getters, you know, like yourself. I mean, you're out on the road. I mean, you're pursuing this. Started with just, you know, I remember you coming in with a camera and the rudder and us trying to feel through one of the first Success Chronicles type thing to where you're at now. And, you know, the thing is that there's motivation and then there's direction, there's discipline in that. And you surround yourself with positive people. You surround yourself, you know, one of my best friends is Pastor Price, you know, TP. I mean, that's my boy right there. And you talk about a guy he knew his goals and he was self-motivated and he was, you know, he knew where he wanted to go. And so he had to set a plan of how to get there. And, you know, it wasn't, you know, people do have to open doors for you, you know, here and there. However, if you're not knocking on them, then they don't know that you're there.
I had to give you some sound effects on that one. I was trying to wait, but I had to give you some sound effects on that one. But it's so true, man. I think you know, people don't refer you unless you're referable.
Man, that's spot on right there. You know, because you know, you being a coach and myself a coach, you know, you get phone calls all the time about, hey, coach, you know a guy who would fit into this role. You know, a guy this and that. You know, dude. And you know, my first thing I look at is that work ethic. You know, obviously, I'm only going to surround myself with people who are going to be great with kids and know the game of football and be great in the classroom. So then it comes to, you know, hey, what about that work ethic? You know, is that something that I'm willing to stake my reputation on? And you know, those people who are self-motivated and willing to go out there and you know, get the job done, regardless of what it is. You know, it doesn't matter if you're going to be the give back coach or the, you know, this or whatever else. And it doesn't just apply to sports, you know, even in the business world, you know, is those self-motivated people who don't, you know, they go in and they see, okay, hey, this needs to be done. This needs to be done. This needs to be done. Let me go do it. Yeah. And, you know, I think those people are going to be the ones who are going to be the most successful. And I think it goes back to what you're talking, you know, some discipline.
Yeah, I think too, you know, as I hear you talk about that, I think about transferable skills, you know, like you said, and not just, you know, just like, you know, we're sports guys, you know, there's a lot of things that we learned in sports that pertain to life, you know, that we still use in our life today, you know? And so I think there's no thing wasted. There's nothing wasted, right? So every experience that you are blessed to grow through, you have to have the awareness and learn those lessons and find the blessings from the lessons, because when you apply those and take initiative and do it as a self-starter, you know, man, it puts you in position to achieve great things. And I also think, you know, on the same lines of those opportunities, like you mentioned, you know, when somebody calls me, I think opportunities bring opportunities. You know, if, like you said, if I see that a guy's going to work hard and well, if we have a position for the person to move up, who am I going to move up? That person is working hard, because I know I can bank on that guy, you know? And so, and I think that's the key component again, which takes me back to awareness. Like, bro, you have to be aware that, like, man, the things that I do today will benefit me and help me in the future.
Absolutely. You know, and I think, you know, as a father, I think it's even more on, you know, us as parents to help instill, you know, you talked about your discipline that your mother gave you, you know, as parents to instill that work ethic into our kids, you know. And, you know, we've had many conversations been going around this whole time about, as far as, you know, parents of my generation, and we're going to make sure that their life is better than ours. And so we're going to make sure they have everything. Well, when you give them everything, then they haven't earned anything. And so, you know, and that's what different with my kids, you know, they're spoiled. They have, I ain't gonna lie, they have everything that they could possibly want. But now it's those things that, you know, we're trying to get into them resorts. You got to go out and earn it. You have to, you know, Levi, you're not old enough to mow yards yet, but I'll put your thing out there. You can go clean up some dog junk in the backyards for people. Hey, it ain't great, but it'll pay you $20.
Yeah.
I'll go do that. And so, but I think, you know, us as parents just instilling that work ethic into our kids to, hey, this is what you want. You have to go do this. And I think when you start thinking in terms of you have to go put in the effort, you're the one that has to actually do the work. I think that that's at the beginning of that mindset that lets you know that, okay, if I want to go be a coordinator, then I need to go learn. I need to get in here. I need to talk with this guy. I need to talk with that guy. It's not what I know. It's man, maybe there's something that this guy knows that I don't. Yeah. Or maybe he organizes stuff just a little bit different. Maybe he sets up his resume a little bit better. I mean, all those type of things are things that, you know, you've been a head coach, I've been a head coach, that you look at as far as, you know, when you're trying to pick, you know, who are going to be those guys to help be the future and help be the future ones that run the programs for you.
Yeah. I think there's another couple components too that come into play for me. I think consistency is one of those components.
Absolutely.
You know, not only do you want to start and take actions and start on your own, but once you start, you want to have consistency. And I think that, you know, when you are able to be around guys or people in your life that are consistent, you know what you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? And then vice versa. If you're giving consistency, it shows people that they can trust you. You know what I'm saying? Like two ways with the trust, actually. I think it shows, you know, people around you that they can trust you, which is a really great thing because it gives you opportunities later. But even bigger than that, it builds self-trust because you show yourself that you're capable of achieving great things.
Absolutely, man. That's spot on right there. You know, and I couldn't agree more with consistency. You know, it's kind of like, you know, we always laugh those first couple of weeks of school. Everybody wants to make straight A's, but you know, come the 9th week, come the 19th week, who still wants to make those straight A's?
Yeah.
That's where I think that's where the consistency comes in. You know, those first couple of weeks, man. Absolutely, man. We're on it, coach. We got you. Yeah. You know, but week 19, week 36, week 54, you know, who's still putting that consistent effort in.
And yeah, we're excited about two-a-days, but what about that third day? the real
boy.
You know,
you know as well as me. You know, like you got that first day or two-a-days where they out the gate. I mean, everybody there, everybody excited. Yeah. Tuesday they're a little bit sore, but they still there. Wednesday they're like, oh my gosh, football over with yet?
I'm dead. I'm dead. But then you have to, you know, reevaluate your why. You know, you still have that conversation with yourself and, you know, why am I doing this? And know that, you know, what's on the other side of it for you is greater than that temporary pain that you feel now. So it allows you to push yourself through it, man. And to me, like, I'm a simple guy. I'm an acronym and a formula guy, you know, so I believe, man, that input equals output. You know, what you put into something is what you're going to get out. And you can put any word before that. Work input equals work output. You know, attitude input equals attitude, you know, output. You know, just you can exchange the words, but really what it boils down to is, bro, like whatever you put into something is what you're going to get out of it. And if you're not willing to get your butt up and put something into it, well, you can't expect to get the paycheck.
Hey, I mean, talent's only going to take you so far.
Yeah.
Regardless of what your talent is. You know, I mean, you know, everybody has talent. Everybody has, you know, regardless if you're talking in the athletic field, in the band,
period,
theater arts. Yeah, period. I mean, you have so many talents, and that's going to take you so far. And then at some point, your work ethic has to take you the rest because there's not always going to be someone in your ear that's pushing you forward. And, you know, if you're one of those people that constantly has to have that person in your ear pushing you forward, you're going to miss the fact that the person behind you is going around the other side. You know, you getting passed up on the other side because you're waiting for this person to tell you what to do. And, you know, self-motivated people, we're looking out the windshield. We're not looking in the rearview mirror. And that's why it's bigger than the bigger than the rearview mirror. And you know, it's what it is. You have to look towards the future and know where you want to go. And then it's on you. You know, yes, you're going to get help. Yes, you're going to have people that help you along the way, but it's on you to get there. It's on you to turn in your work. It's on you to make sure that you're in shape come 2 days. It's on you to, you know, do all those things. And, you know, now it's really going to show, you know, with the kids that, you know, all the kids basically around the nation right now, you know, student athletes that haven't been able to work out, you know, with a coach, you know, when that coach is in there, you know, how many of them are, you know, motivated to get up and go, you know, do whatever. I mean, lift sandbags in the garage or, you know, pick up a tire and throw it. I mean, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It's the fact that you're out there, you're trying to do something. And, you know, I think now is really going to show, you know, who those self-motivated people are, you know, and, you know, same thing with the schoolwork, you know, kids getting in there and, you know, parents are working. You're at home all by yourself all day long and you got to do, I don't know, what, 30 assignments between now and Wednesday. Are you going to wait till Wednesday? You're going to knock them out on Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're done.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, and I've seen it both ways right now. And, you know, it's tough. And like, you know, you talk with the kids about, you know, well, why aren't you doing that? I don't know, coach. I just ain't got to it yet. What's there to get to?
You got time, bro.
Yeah.
Get on it.
You know, and I hate to say it like that because, I mean, it's a trying time for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And, you know, but, you know, I think those people who are self-starters, they're going to make it out of this. They're going to make it out of this great because, you know, they have that inner motivation that, you know, propels them forward without having to have, you know, necessarily mom and dad or a coach or a teacher or a principal or something like that to push them on. And then same thing in the work field. I think those people who are, you know, self-motivated once things get kicking back up, those people who, you know, want to go get the jobs when they're opening up, they're going to go get the jobs. You know, as the economy opens back up, you know, those self-motivated people are going to be the first ones that are, you know, back to getting paychecks and things like that. You know, and it's a tough time.
And that's where I think will be a good point for us to stop this session because, you know, our next session will be self-motivation, right? And so we'll hit on that. But, man, some great points we hit on, I think, today as far as being a self-starter. You know, I think, again, you get out of it what you put into it. You have to go get it. You have to make things happen, man. And so, again, thank you for your time, Comp. Always a good time chopping. Always, man. And I always been looking forward to it. I was excited when we reached out. Like, man, can we do it right now? You know, but we had to wait a couple of days, but we got to it. And, man, I'm thankful for you. Thankful for what you do and how you do what you do. So wish you continued success, brother.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you having me on.
All right. Well, thank you guys for checking out this topic session. We'll see you next time. God bless.
Go get it.